There's an entire lifetime worth of story before that happened. Actually, Imola and I have known each other since we were children. In fact, our parents knew each other when they were teenagers. So the lines really run very deep. We grew up together pretty much for the first 7, 8 years. She never liked me. I always threw sand in her hair, and I was always bragging to her about different things. And then we moved to literally the two ends of the world apart and reconnected online with social media. One thing that was special about Imola is she always remembered my birthday and she would always send me a message. One year, it happened to be that I was at home and I was next to the computer when she sent me the message. We got on Skype. We just chit-chatted for about 4 hours. And before then, we didn't have much to say to each other because I left church and I left God for my teenage and early 20s. We lived completely different lives. So whenever I would see her, visiting in Europe, she wouldn't really relate to me at all, or me to her. I always thought that she was too good for me also, so there was a little bit of that. When we started talking, I started getting closer to God. It was all God. I prayed to God about a list of things that I would like in a wife. And a few months later, we started talking more seriously with Imola. So she has every quality that I asked.
He invited me over to visit in February, which is the nicest season in Arizona, and it was beautiful, and I got excited also about the weather and about him. And a few months later, we got married. We really felt like it's time to have our own family. And then his mom passed away, and 6 months later, my dad passed away. So that kind of threw up our plan, and we got really just focused on our parents and what we had left.
2-3 years after trying, it was not looking good.
We have been trying to get pregnant, and I'm not pregnant, but we really didn't know why is this happening. And I felt like God is closing all the doors in front of me, and just He's just not fair with me. I had a fight with God too, and I was questioning, like, do you think like I'm really so bad? I would be such a bad mom that I cannot have a child.
We had become part of a small group at Reset where we just shared our lives with everyone. Nobody really knew our struggle. It just occurred to me that we never stepped outside of ourselves to ask for prayer. We always prayed ourselves, and our family was praying for us, but we never asked anyone else outside. Because we had gotten very close with our group, who are our core friends now, to pray to see what God's plan is for our life. I wasn't even specific even then. We just felt a peace afterwards. We were resolved that we were gonna seek out adoption or foster care or something, whatever comes.
And the end of January, I found out that I'm pregnant. I did only one test at home, and I wouldn't believe. I thought there was something wrong, and these tests are just not accurate. So I called my doctor's office and I said, do you guys have something more accurate? Because I don't think that this is working. I don't think that this is it. And they did another test and confirmed. And I was just sobbing in the doctor's office, and I had to assure them that these are happy tears. Well, basically throughout my whole pregnancy, I had no issues at all. I passed every single test. We felt incredibly blessed, and
Yeah, absolutely.
we got really good support from our group, and this baby were prayed over since the first month for sure. Our son Oliver was born in October 5th. with 9 pounds, 1 ounces. He was a pretty big baby. He is beautiful and healthy. We just want to share his story to everybody, to show that sometimes God surrounds you and sometimes God chooses to shut the doors and then he can do his miracle. So we can only give him the glory 100%.